Hello, everybody. Cassandra with you here. You can learn more about me at cassandravon.com. I'm here with another message in between shooting various videos. Different look, different sweater, hair and makeup done early in the morning. I figured I'd come on a live and say something, which is the topic of one of the books that I'm going to be writing in 2021. So I've had a book idea for a long time. If you haven't read any of my 27 books, go to overcomingfearbooks.com. It will take you right to my Amazon author profile. That is overcomingfearbooks.com. You can see all of the books that I've written. So I have an upcoming book at some point in 2021 that I have wanted to write for 2 years at this point. And it's the title, it's not the full title, but it's the idea that I'm going to talk about in today's FB Live, which is stop waiting for permission to do your thing. Stop waiting for permission. And when I say stop waiting for permission, lots of people are waiting for permission and they don't even consciously recognize that they're doing it. Anytime somebody says, well, I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for life to calm down. I'm waiting to make more money. I'm waiting to have more time. I'm waiting to have more energy. Whenever you are giving yourself those excuses about moving forward with things that you really want to see happen in your life, you are asking for permission from someone or something. And this message is going to be brief because I'm just going to tell it to you like it is. Do your thing. Do your thing. You're not getting any younger. There will not be any more than 7 days in a week. I do hope that the rest of the country, including where I live, stops with this whole daylight savings nonsense. I really do. So we can have longer sunlight hours. But even that is not necessarily going to change in places like Wyoming anytime soon. Do your thing. Whatever your thing is, if you've been postponing going back to school, if you've been postponing getting your PhD, if you've been postponing building a business, if you've been postponing losing the weight, if you've been postponing meeting the love of your life, I don't care what it is that you've been giving yourself excuses about not doing, not handling, getting out of debt. I could go on and on. Buying the house, building the house, having a baby, getting a puppy. I don't know what it is for you. All I know is that if you live by your excuses, you will more than likely die by them as well. Let me say it again. If you live by your excuses, you will die by them. So there just comes a moment where you've got to say, I got to stop waiting for permission. I have to stop waiting to feel like enough. I have to stop waiting to be enough. I've got to stop waiting to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect. You got to stop waiting. What is it that you want to do? Who is it that you want to be? What is it that you want to change? And get into the action of, in this moment, of changing it. And that doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. It rarely does. That doesn't mean it's going to take longer than you think. Most of the time it does. But stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for other people to be okay with what you want and wanting what you want. Stop waiting for permission for other people. You know what? Here, do you want to know what the truth is about hoping other people give you permission to shine? Do you get that human nature means that there are very few people in this world who are going to give you permission to outshine them? Very few. Most people are not secure enough in themselves to actually say to you, go shine. It doesn't matter if you outshine me. Very few people are going to give you permission to shine. So why we sit in life waiting for folks to say, it's okay for you to go back to school, or it's okay for you to build a business, or it's okay for you to spend hours writing a book. Most people will never give you that. A, because they don't have it to give because they're not doing it in their own lives. And B, because they're afraid of who you're going to become once you outshine them. Not that you're trying to outshine them, but the reality is if you're surrounded by people who aren't living their dreams and you're surrounded by people who aren't doing the damn thing that they want to do, you even going a little in that direction of doing your thing is going to make them feel really insecure. And so what is my point in all of this? Do your thing. Like tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. So if you are not living today going, what do I want? What do I need? Who do I want to be today? How can I show up fully as myself today? How can I go for the things that I want today? And then tomorrow, and then the next day doing DMA, daily massive action. If you aren't doing that and you are somehow waiting for the right time, the right amount of money, the right energy, for the kids to leave the house, for the kids to be out of diapers, for them to go to kindergarten full time, like whatever excuse you're given, let's just get real. That's all it is an excuse. And excuses are very valid. Let's be clear. An excuse is valid doesn't mean you live by it. Most excuses are pretty valid. If you say to me, I don't have enough money, probably you don't. I don't have enough time, probably you don't. But that's why you make time for the things that are important to you. That's why you create the space. That's why you go, I don't know how I'm going to do my thing. I just know I'm no longer going to wait for other people to create the environment for me to do my thing, because it's not based on what other people are willing to allow me to do. It is based on what I say is going to happen for me. Do your thing. Because at the end of the day, the worst thing that could ever happen in your life is that you get to 95. You're sitting in a wheelchair or a rocking chair or in a nursing home, and you go, where did the last 80 years of my life go? Where I didn't do the things I said I would do. I didn't go after it. And now I'm too old to do that. Don't be that 95-year-old. Be the 95-year-old who is tired, spent, and who closes her eyes for the last time and goes, I did everything I came to do. I'm so tired from doing everything that I came to do. Like, I had a blast and I did everything. Like, I'm tired from all the things I've done and I feel good about it. That's the 95-year-old you want to be. And so my final question to you is this: what do you have to start doing today? Where do you need to give yourself permission today to get to that 95 years where you smile as you close your eyes for the last time and you say, I did everything I came to do. I'm tired at 95, but I did everything I came to do. That's the 95-year-old you want to be, but you're not going to get to that 95-year-old so long as you're sitting here today going, well, I'm waiting for the... Don't wait, because you know what? It will never be perfect. It will never be right, and things will never stay calm. That is not the nature of life. Change is the only constant in life. So I want you to get super clear. If you aren't out there today doing your thing, if you aren't out there today taking daily massive action on the things, whatever it is today that will get you to the tomorrow that you want, if you aren't focused on what do I need to do, what do I need to change? Who do I need to show up as today? And what's got to get done today to get me to where I want to be in 10 years? Then the likelihood that you're going to be that 95-year-old who takes your final breath and goes, I'm tired, but I did everything I came to do. I'm exhausted, but I did everything I came to do, is very unlikely if you aren't doing the damn thing today. And I think lots of people, I don't care how old you are, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, lots of people think they got plenty of time. Just turn on the news. There are lots of people who thought they were going to wake up this morning that didn't. And there are lots of people who thought they had plenty of time and they didn't. And it's not about how much time you have left, because you don't know how much time you have left. It's about what are you doing with the only today you're ever going to get. What are you doing with the only today you're ever going to get? And give it the respect, give today the respect that it deserves. Give today the respect. Yes, Felicia, give today the respect that it deserves. Because at the end of the day, you're going to go to bed tonight and you're either going to feel on fire for the way you showed up today, or you're going to go to bed tonight and you're going to go, where did the whole day go? Where did the whole day go? You know where the whole day went? Wherever you decided it was going to go. Today is going to go the way you decide it's going to go. So don't walk around letting people steal your joy. Don't walk around letting people steal your energy. Don't walk around letting people steal your time. Set your boundaries, handle your business, do your thing. And whatever you do, you better make sure you close today having done the things that are going to get you to the tomorrow that you want, that are going to get you to the tomorrow that you want. Because there is no being the 95-year-old who takes her final breath and says, I did everything I'm so tired. I did everything that I came here to do. There is no getting to that 95-year-old so long as the 45-year-old version of you is hanging out today going, well, what do I have to do? And what do I need? No, no, no. Wrong questions. This is not, today is not about what do I have to do. Today is about what's got to get done for me to be the 95-year-old who is so tired from having done everything she came to the planet to do that she smiles at the fatigue because she did the damn thing. What do I need to do today to be her in about 45 years? That's the real question. So I'm writing a book called Stop Waiting for Permission, but I'm going to say it to you today. Stop waiting for, yes, Felicia, just telling your husband this over. And the thing about it is, Felicia, we got to stop talking about it. And we got to start living it, modeling it, embodying it. Because you know what you're saying to folks, when you embody that kind of thing today, people are going to be like, what is she doing? Like, what is she? You know what? Join me. When you embody it, what you're really saying to people by the way you show up, by the way you act, by the things you do, you're saying, come on the journey with me. We're going to do the damn thing. There is no, let's do something different. There is no playing it. None of that. When you are embodying what I'm talking about and you are doing your thing, A, it attracts people because people love that. And B, it calls them to a higher place because they can't hang with you if they don't come. If they don't join you in it, you will leave them in the dust. And you know what? That's okay because some folks don't want to come. But at the end of the day, you can invite other people and say, we got to get our stuff together. Like, let's really do this thing. Let's do this thing so well that when we get to the end of our lives, we are smiling and exhausted because we did everything God put us here to do. Every single thing. You know, I'm going to get biblical for a minute because in the Bible, there's the story of the talents. And in the story, it's about a man has servants and he gives his servants each a talent. And so one of the servants takes the talents and multiplies them. And he comes back to his master and goes, I took your money and I multiplied it. And the master goes, good and faithful servant. That's awesome. You were a good steward over one thing. I'm going to make you a steward over many things. The second servant goes and takes the talent and kind of multiplies it a little bit, right? A little bit and does a little good with it. And the master goes, good and faithful servant. You at least multiplied it a little bit. I'm so happy for you. The third servant, who is given the same one talent, takes the talent and buries it underneath the earth. And then when he has to meet his master, goes, here's the one talent that you gave me. I took care of it. I put it underneath the ground. And here's your one talent back. And the master was pissed off at this servant. He said, I gave you a talent. And instead of multiplying it, instead of compounding it, you bury it under the ground. And then you bring me back no. So here's the thing. If we ought to fear anything, we ought to fear going back to God and saying, God, you gave me all these talents and all these gifts, and I buried them underneath the ground. And here they are. Here's the one. But I didn't compound them. I didn't use them. I didn't help people with them. I protected it and I buried it underneath the ground. I don't want to go back to God and have to say, you gave me missions, not one. And all I did was hold on to the one that you gave me. No, sir, no, ma'am. Nope. It doesn't work that way. The reality is you've been given so many talents and so many gifts, and you want to be the 95-year-old who is so tired from using them, so happily exhausted from doing it, that you go back to God and you go, you gave me one, and I'm bringing you back 20. You gave me one, and I multiplied it 1,000 times by the lives I touched and the people I helped and the things you gave me one, and I found a way to bring you back 100 because that is what you sent me to do. That's what you sent me to do. So let's not play around like we have forever to get this right. And let's not play around like we're not going to go back to God and have to call into account what we did or did not do. Let's not play like that's so. Today, do your thing. Today, stop waiting for permission because nobody's going to give it to you. And nobody can give it to you because God's the only one who gave you the talents and the gifts you have. Your talent will make room for you. And that is not man-made. That is God-given. So let's stop playing like this is a whole man-made thing. This is not, this is a God-given situation which you should handle in a God-given manner, which means do your thing. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys later.